that's been going on in my life. So we're gonna wait to see if some people is going to pop in on this live. I appreciate everybody that has popped in so far. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody's support. I would not be where I am today on all my platforms if it would not be for all of you. So let's give you all a round of applause for helping me to get where I am today on social media. I know social media is supposed to be fun and all that, but I have a purpose to where I am trying to raise awareness on vision loss. So I have decided to come on social media and just tell my life story, share my journey with everybody. So today is the day that I have a story time for you. So those that's been following me, I know y'all see that my platform and the people that probably majority comment is mostly guys, right? So this story time is for the guys. And a warning sign for the girls for us not to always be so hasty and think that the guys are always thirsty. Okay. So I had an appointment to you guys that don't know. If you're not subscribed to my subscribers, you need to go ahead and subscribe because my subscribers know everything. They know all the tea because they wake up with me and they go to sleep with me. Literally, I tell them everything. So this particular story time, they already had knew that Sam, my guide dog, had to go away for a while with his trainer because I've been having major problems going on with my back. And like I say, if you want the full tea on that, you got to be subscribed to my channel. My Instagram has subscriptions, my Facebook has subscriptions as well. So they knew that Sam was not here because I have been having back problems. So I had to go to Galveston to go to an appointment to go see about this back that I done went busted all up, right? So it was just me and my cane. So I made my appointment, scheduled with medical transportation. If you guys that don't know about medical transportation, that is transportation where you call and schedule a transportation, but 9 times out of 10, your insurance will have a certain limit of medical transportations that they will cover. Some have full coverage. Some you have a certain amount, and then after that you have to pay for your transportations. So I had called medical transportation to get to Galveston. I live in Port Arthur, Texas. That is an hour and a half away from me. Okay. I don't have Sam with me. Now, Sam is my eyes, but he is also my comfort when I'm having to deal with certain situations. So let me get into it. So the medical transportation guy, he called me that, let's see, my appointment was on a Monday, okay? So he called me that Friday. He was like, hey, this is such and such. I am your medical transportation guy. I'll be picking you up Monday at 5 a.m. I'm like, dang, 5 a.m. He was like, yeah, I have somebody else that I have to pick up besides you. So his voice in his demeanor that he was speaking in, it gave me the willies already. So I already had my radars up. I was like, Lord, who are they sending to come pick me up this time? Because I don't, we listen and we don't judge, okay? So majority of the people that they have that drives medical transportation is a lot of people that have been locked up. I mean, ex addicts, all different type of walks of the life. So I was annoyed because I've had some crazy stuff to happen to me. And if y'all want to hear about the crazy stuff, honey, y'all let me know. So he called that Friday and said that he was gonna be coming to pick me up at 5 a.m. Monday morning, right? So then I'm like, okay. Sunday he called. I think it was Sunday he called. Saying again Hey, this is your medical transportation guy. I'll be there to pick you up at 6 a.m. So I'm saying to myself, well, that's more like it 6 a.m. because my appointment was at 8 o'clock a.m. So I'm saying to myself, 6 a.m. is better. I ain't tell him nothing. I was like, okay, sir, thank you. So then, that was that Sunday. 1 a.m. in the morning, I get a text. Hey, this is your medical transportation guy. I'm on my way. I'm saying to myself, what the F is going on? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. What are you talking about he on his way? I didn't say nothing. I didn't text back or nothing. So, 3:30 in the a.m. He say I'm outside. I'm ready whenever you ready. I had to go pick somebody else up from Port Arthur. That's where I'm from. I'm like, oh my Lord, this man here. Now by that time, y'all, I couldn't sleep because you already had done woke me up at 1 o'clock in the morning. You woke me up. So I'm like, I'm annoyed. My mind is racing. I'm like, what is going on? Why does this man keep calling me? Like something is weird going on. So I start thinking the worst. I'm like, I don't have Sam with me. He's sitting outside of my house. So those of you that don't know, I have cameras all over my house. On the outside and I have some on the inside. Because you never could be too careful and too cautious, especially if you're in my situation and you have different people that come to help you and that's coming in and out your house. So it's best to have some type of live footage. And my kids have the codes to my cameras. So I cut my camera on in the front so I listen to it to see if I hear a truck or lights or anything. Nobody outside. So I say, what's going on with this man? Has he lost his mind? Ain't nobody outside. So now I'm tripping. I cut the back cameras on. I'm cutting the cameras on and I'm listening to see if I hear somebody outside. Ain't nobody outside. So I'm pissed off at this time because he done broke my sleep. I already don't know if you coming to pick me up at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. So I'm noticed. I'm pissed and I'm noticed. So then I text him back. You told me you were coming to pick me up at 5 a.m. and that's what time I'm going to be ready. So he texts back, okay. So 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. come. He texts me again. I'm outside. I say I'm coming. So by this time, y'all, I had to change my whole outfit. I didn't wear no makeup. I think I put my hair in a slick bun. I forgot what I had on, but it was some, baby, like ready to go to war. I had my fighting clothes on. I had my little pocket knife with me that's real small that you can carry because I was like, baby, if I got to get hold to this man, I don't want him to see it coming, you know? So, because I'm knowing, I'm like, why is he keep calling me all these different times? So then I had my cane with me, but I had my cane collapsed. As y'all know, I have a folding cane that I usually bring with me when I'm not bringing Sam with me. So I have it folded up. I'm mad. I got my backpack on my back, and I have my cane in the other hand, baby, and I have the blade in the other hand folded up in my hand because I'm like, baby, we about to get active out here because I don't know what this man on. So I get in the car. It was another man in the front. I guess that was the client. The driver was in the driver's seat. So driver said, hello, good morning. I say, what's up? The man in the front, because I'm irritated, y'all. I get real gangster and I get real retarded when I'm irritated. So the man in front, hey, good morning, how are you? I'm like, I'm good. I cut him short because I'm irritated. I'm like, damn. So now I'm thinking, I'm paranoid. I'm thinking 2 men in the front. I'm in the back. You know, I didn't know what they was on because remind you, this man had been calling me throughout the weekend. He'd been calling me throughout the night. I didn't know what he was on. I was paranoid. So I for sure wasn't trying to be friendly with him. Then I'm like, Lord, people be putting the chlorophene on people's face. I don't know if somebody was in the back, so I'm knowing. My heart racing is beating. I'm saying, I don't know what they on. So So then this would mess me up too. The driver gonna say, "Oh, you don't have nobody else with you." I was like, "Why would I? What I need somebody with me for?" The man in the front, that was the other client that I didn't know at the time. He chuckled. He left. Yeah. So then we went on the way. So I didn't feel kind of comfortable, kind of, until he pulled the paperwork out saying, my name and everything. He was like, "Your name is Melissa, blah, blah, your birthday, blah, blah." He was like, "I need your signature." I said, "You sign it." I'm irritated. I'm aggravated this time. It's dark outside. So I said, "You sign it." He was like, "Oh, I can't sign your paperwork." I'm saying, "Yes, you can, because other people have signed my paperwork for me before." So then he was like, "Let me call my boss because I don't want to hear nothing from them." So then he called his boss. Oh, the guy, the transportation guy that came pick me up, y'all, he was an African guy. So remember, because I want to go back. Remember when I said that when he was calling me throughout the weekend and stuff, and his voice was sounding funny? That's why I was sounding funny, because he was African. He had an African accent, and his English was kind of broken. I didn't know that at the time. I'm just thinking he just weird. I didn't know what I was thinking. So he called his boss, and he was like, "She don't want to sign her paperwork. I see on here that she's blind, and that's probably why she don't." He was like, "Oh, you can sign it." And I was like, saying to myself, I know you can sign it because other people, drivers, have signed it for me before. So then he was like, "Okay." Then he was like saying in the front, "Oh, this is why I had to ask you." He said, "I asked you because I didn't want to get in trouble." He was like, "But I kind of figured you didn't want to sign the paperwork because it says in your paperwork that you're blind." And he was like, "And I asked you why if you had somebody else with you, because they have in here that you have a guide dog." So then I started to woosah and calm down. I'm saying, well, maybe he all right. Maybe this is the real transportation guy. But I'm still saying, why was he calling me at 1, 3, and all these weird times in the morning? So as we began to drive to Galveston, him and the other client, they was talking back and forth, back and forth. They talked the whole way through. So come to find out, the driver is from Houston. He had to drive from Houston to Beaumont to pick the other client up, then Port Arthur to pick me up. So that's why, but he shouldn't have still hadn't called me at no 1 o'clock in the morning. You up, I don't have to be up. So I don't know. So on the way going to Galveston to get to my appointment was in Weber, Texas. That's kind of in outskirts of Houston. So he went. Okay, let me tell y'all. So on the way going to Galveston, the little client in the front, he was saying, "Oh, I gotta go have surgery, and I have I got a blockage in my heart, and they gotta go through my groin." Well, I don't know if y'all know, I worked in the medical field before my vision became impaired. So I'm saying to myself, I'm not saying nothing at this time. I'm still kind of annoyed and heated and irritated. I'm tired. So I'm saying to myself, he's not supposed to be riding medical transportation and he supposed to go have surgery. My appointment ain't going to be nothing but 15, 30 minutes to max. Because I don't know if y'all know, when you ride medical transportation and you go way out of town, the clients have to wait on each other to get out of the doctor's offices or laboratories or x-rays. Y'all know they don't really normally take too long. So I'm saying to myself, he got to go have surgery. So he's telling the driver, "Oh, they don't put you to sleep. I'll be up for that." I'm saying to myself, now why this man lying? I'm still not saying nothing at this time, y'all. So this is why I say y'all should subscribe to my subscriptions, because they knowing all of this, because I'm making videos, I'm texting them, I'm letting them know everything that's going on. From the sun up, they got videos of me how I'm looking crazy. They have videos saying I'm annoyed. They have videos saying what's going on in the car. So I'm saying this man having surgery. So he dropped the man off. So then he dropped me off. It didn't take me that long because I had to go get an MRI on my back. Y'all know an MRI from the max, you have to sit in that little tunnel thing for like what 20 minutes or maybe 15. So I sitting there, I did it, and I called the driver. I'm ready. He was like, "Oh yeah, that was in and out." So at this time, yeah, I'm on speaking terms with the driver. I'm not irritated no more. I'm come to find out he ain't trying to do me nothing. So so he was like, "You in and out." He say, "Now the other man said he was gonna be in and out. His appointment was at 7. Yours was at 8." So then I told him, I said, "Sir, before my vision became impaired, I was in the medical field. This man is having a surgery to where they have to go into his groin and open up his heart. Like he had a blockage. He had a blockage." So I said, "That's not an in and out surgery." I said, "After they do the surgery, you have to stay an hour, hour and a half so they can evaluate you. They got to make sure that you're not going to bleed out." Like, I'm telling him all that. He was like, "Oh, you," he was like, "Well, we going to pray that he going to be ready." By the time I get from, we're in Webster, Texas to Galveston, that's 45 minutes, he's saying, from where you are. Hopefully, he'll be ready. I said, "He not going to be ready." Y'all, he wasn't ready. So we said, now at this time, it's maybe like 9 o'clock in the morning. So we said, we giving him the benefit of the doubt. We get over there, I asked him, I say, "Sir," I said, "we gonna be a while." I say, "Do you mind stopping so I can get me some coffee, a donut or something?" So he stopped. He was like, "You need help?" I was like, "No." Y'all know I don't like asking for help, and I don't like getting assistance. I don't never like to look weak. So I pulled out Miss Bertha, my cane. The baddest, y'all know her name, the baddest BITCA. That's my cane name, baby. I pull her out, throw my backpack on my back. We navigate and get into the door. So this is a new environment for me. I don't know what nothing is. So I'm giggling, I'm laughing at myself. I smell the coffee, so I go to the right. I'm like, "Can somebody please tell me what the cups and the coffee is?" I said, "I know y'all didn't come in here to babysit, but can somebody please help me?" So then they had some work, looked like some refinery workers in there. It's like, "We don't mind helping." So I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much." So then look, I'm going another step. "Can somebody help me please get a donut?" Now I'm trying to get a donut. So they didn't mind helping me. Then the lady I hear say something across to the left at the cash register. She was saying, "Oh, this is to your left, this is to your right." I'm like, "Thank you." So then when I get to the register, I was like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "But I'm not from here. This is a new environment, and I don't know where nothing is at. My vision is impaired." I'm telling her. She was like, "Oh, it's no problem." So I get back to the car. Me and the medical driver, we go back to Galveston. So we sit and we wait. Y'all, we sat there till it was like 12 o'clock. I'm texting my subscriptions. I'm making videos to let them know what's going on. I'm telling them pray for me. So I'm telling the medical transportation guy, I'm not supposed to sit here till no 4 and 5 o'clock. Now, y'all didn't know that Sam was gone. Sam was supposed to be coming back that day with his trainer. Sam comes from the guide school. I don't know if his training was in San Antonio, Austin, but he travels a lot, um, helping different blind and visually impaired people with their guide dogs, training them and helping people to become guide dog users. You know, you have to go to school for that. They have to train you. The dogs be trained. They got to train you next. And sometimes that takes a while. So then I'm saying, my dog got to be back today. So I'm saying, I'm not, so I was like, I'm about to call the insurance because they got to send me an Uber or something. So he's like, "No, don't call yet." I said, "Well, go in there." Because I didn't tell y'all this. I had got out the car, baby, went fine. Because see, one thing about me is this mouth be rolling. If y'all don't know that, y'all gonna know that today. So I went on the inside. I asked somebody where the restroom was. I went to use the bathroom. I'm all over the hospital. So I had to tell him, I was like, "Why don't you go inside and have a courtesy boot right there? Tell them that you are the medical driver. Bring your clipboard. Bring your information with you so they know you're not lying." Come to find out, the man that rode there with me, the other client, like I said, he had surgery. It wasn't gonna be in and out. His surgery wasn't until 2:30 p.m. Then they told him he still have to, like I said, wait an hour and a half waiting period before he could leave. I said, oh, I'm not sitting there for that. So I called my insurance. I put it on speakerphone. They was like, ma'am, don't you ever wait over an hour. So I have it on speakerphone. They was like, we could send you somebody else. So I'm letting them know I'm in the car with the driver that dropped me here. I let her know the problem is the person that came with us is having surgery. And his surgery is not scheduled till 2:30 p.m. She was like, oh no. So she was like, let me call your driver boss and see if he can bring you in. Then we'll send somebody else to pick up the other man. So in the midst of all that, they talking to his boss. Why the man called the other client that was sitting in the front of me while we was coming to, the hospital. Why didn't push his surgery back to 5:30? So he's telling him they didn't push my surgery back to 5:30. Then I have to wait an hour and a half and this and blah, blah, blah. So by this time, the driver, he is peed off. Remember I told y'all he was African? So his boss is African too. His boss called him. He got him on speakerphone. By this time, the car's shaking because his legs is shaking and everything. He mad. They talking in their language. Baby, they is going, oh. My driver, I thought he was about to bust a gasket. I didn't know what he was saying, but when he got off the phone, he would translate to me. So he was like, my boss telling me that I need to bring you back to Port Arthur. Now, remind you, that's an hour and a half drive. Maybe 2 hours, depending on, because you got to catch the ferry to get to Galveston. He was like, he's telling me to bring you, then come back and get him. He was like, oh, no. I've been up since 1 o'clock this morning. I'm not supposed to do that. He was like, he better send somebody else. So then he was saying, his boss was saying that he wasn't going to pay him for the trip. I'm saying, oh, nah, that's not right, And I'm saying, he can't do that. So the driver, he saw me. He was like, I'm supposed to just go to the ferry. So his boss keep blowing him up. Now remind you, he driving me back to the ferry because we supposed to go back to Port Arthur, right? He's driving me back to the ferry. His phone keep going off. He had this little African music playing as his ringtone is going off. He huffing and he puffing. He pulled on the side of the road. My nerves bad. You guys that don't know, this is why I say y'all need to subscribe to my subscriptions. I have bad panic attacks in the car. My panic attacks be so bad because I can't see if it's coming or going, honey. All I could feel is the motion of the car. And baby, if it feel like you're going too fast, baby, I'm howling, I'm screaming, or I'm clutching on something. So he pulled to the side. They going off heavy. I mean, they screaming. They have both of them because he got them on speakerphone. They both screaming and hollering each other in their native language and this and that. So he got off the phone again. He said he told me he wasn't going to pay me. He said, I told him, you keep the doggone money then. Money ain't worth, I'm not no little boy. You not supposed to little boy me. You not supposed to make me do this and that, baby. He was going out. He was like, he did this to me last time, somebody else. He's like, I'm not going for it no more. Baby, he just was shaking and he mad. My nerves bad as because I'm like, Lord, this man mad at me since I'm calling him. He gonna end up wrecking us. He going fast. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, this is crazy. I'm like, this man is about to have surgery. I don't see, because he was an older man. He maybe was like in his late 60s, early 70s. I'm like, why would his family members let him come to the hospital and have something so major like this and he by himself? Then I started reflecting on me, and I was like, well, maybe he don't have nobody. I was like, God bless his heart. Then you know me, I'm like, God, please protect this man throughout his surgery, Lord. Please cover him, Jesus. So then I snapped out of that. I snapped back to the driving because his phone going off again. He had started driving again, y'all, to get us to the ferry. Now we're in the ferry line. The phone ringing again. Now it's the It's the boss wife. He put on speakerphone. She talking in their native language too. Trying to get him to go back. He telling her too, no, I'm not going back. I'm not driving back all the way here. Y'all better get somebody else. And then he was like, the client just called and told me that his surgery has got pushed back, that the surgery don't start till 5:30, and then he have to wait an hour to an hour and a half before they could come let him out. He was like, in he don't know. He said the man already because they was talking their ass off doing going to Galveston. The man already had been said he had a whole bunch of triple bypass surgery. He was saying all the different elements that he had going on. So he was like, we don't even know if they're gonna even let him out. You know? So he was like, so then the owner, I guess, ended up telling him, well, dang, he might have to, because the owner from Houston too, he might have to end up going to pick him up. Because by the time that man comes from out of the hospital, it might be 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. Who knows? Or they might don't even release him. Who knows? And somebody just sitting up there. So, baby, we going back. We on the ferry. And, baby, the boss calling him. They done had the brother of the boss to call him. Now, everybody calling, they talking their native language. My driver going off. He hollering. He going off. So, as the ferry, you know, it take about 30 minutes for the ferry to go across. So, then he said, he was like, I apologize to you so much, Miss Melissa. He was like, I know that's unprofessional of me. He was like, but they had me so heated. They had me so messed up. He was like, I'm not going to let this job stress me out. And he was just apologizing. And I was like, it's cool. I was like, I understand. And I was like, I was trying to tell you, I was saying, but I understand you got to do what you got to do, you know. And I had to do what I had to do. Then he was like, I'm so glad that you called your insurance because that's what got me literally out of my mind that I was in. So I was like, no problem. I was like, because, baby, ain't no way I was supposed to sit up here all that doggone time. And I was like, my dog is on his way, baby. And Sam had been gone away from me for about 3 weeks. So that is my story time from my transportation, medical transportation from HELL, honey. Baby, when I tell y'all, transportation is like a major part for me to get to where I gotta go, because all I ride is transportation. So I rely on them. So y'all, I'm just saying, they be sending all kind of people. I'm gonna tell y'all another story, a quick story. They had a medical transportation guy that came pick me up. And I'm from Port Arthur. They brought me to Beaumont. He was flirting all the way there. Oh, you smell so good. I don't ever have nobody get in my car that look like you, blah, 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 blah. So then he started, I know he was lying. Because why is you driving medical transportation? Talking about he got this, he own this business, he have this. Let me show you where I live at. I'm like, I don't want to go to your house. Thank you guys. Let me pause. Thank you guys that have tuned in for this long. And if you have listened to me ramble all this time, thank you so much. I have so many stories, but I'm not the best storyteller, but I'm getting better and better at time. So please bear with me. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe at Melissa Jackson 1513. If you are not subscribed to my Instagram, subscribe at Melissa Jackson. The E in the Melissa is a 3, Melissa Jackson. If you are not subscribed to my Facebook, it is Melissa Jackson. And if you are not following me on TikTok, honey, it's your favorite blind auntie. Well, let me get back into this story. So the other medical transportation guy had came pick me up that other time, and he was like, well, let me show you where I live at. I'm saying, I don't want to go to your house. Take me home. Because he kept saying, I don't want to take you home. I don't want to take you home. Ride with me, ride with me. So now I'm lying. I'm saying, oh, I have this to do. I have that to do. He was like, I'll go bring you to go get you something to eat. We could go do this. I just enjoy your company. I just want you to ride with me. Do y'all know that man had kidnapped me? Do y'all know I could have got him in trouble for keeping me against my will, not wanting to bring me home? But I didn't. So, but I did come back and tell my kids, and I was texting my kids, telling them and sending them my location in case something happened to me. So, this is why when this particular a medical driver, they came to pick me up to go to Galveston. That's why I dressed down, didn't wear no makeup, baby. I was ready to fight. That's why I had that blade. This is why, because I have came into contact with some crazy people. So I hope you guys enjoyed these little rants, this little story time. If you guys don't mind, go ahead and follow me to my other social media platforms. I'm just here, just a blind girl sharing her story, trying to spread awareness on what blindness looks like, because everybody think that it's just total blindness, and that's not true. They think that you can't wear makeup or do your hair or look decent or hold a conversation if you are blind. So I'm here to share my story so we can break all those crazy stereotypes that they have. To let y'all know that blindness is a spectrum. And just because you see a person on me move around very good, do things, does not mean that their vision is not poor. I had to learn, and that's because I'm living in this situation. My body has been adapting over time. And I've had people to say, oh girl, why are you so clumsy? Or why are you looking down all the time? My body was adjusting to me slowly going blind all those times, and I didn't know. So this is why I share my story. And I also share my story to motivate others, to let them know that it is still life after blindness. They have so many people that go to school, have degrees, that have wonderful work lives, that's making great money. They have people that are motivational speakers. We have lawyers that are blind. It's just, the sky's the limit. Accessibility and things are so great now to where what we can do is really, it's not limited anymore. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you don't mind, can you share this live? And if you don't follow me on my other social media platforms, please go. And if my eyes is crossing on here and y'all try to come for me, because my eyes, when I be looking at certain stuff, it'll veer off. If y'all come for me, I'm going to come through this screen. This is your favorite blind auntie, honey, and I'm out. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. We got to get my likes up and my subscribers up over here on YouTube.